This is the very impressive old keep of Kilbirnie Castle, Kilbirnie Place, the Place of Kilbirnie, Kilbirnie House, goes by many different names. So this is 15th century, was built probably by Malcolm Crawford, who had obtained the property through marriage with a Berkeley. Thomas Crawford, in 1627, built an extension, so an add-on to the original keep. By this time, there was less need for defence, so this is much more of a comfortable dwelling. This had a couple of towers, as you can see, with an interesting corbelled effect below one of the collapsed towers here. It seems to have had all the modern facilities. Water was even piped down from Bernie's or Berini's well that lay up the hill. That well, unfortunately, is now covered up. It was a hell of a time. This castle had a rather unusual projecting front entrance, only known from two or three other sites in Scotland. Say, much of this was still standing in round about the 1970s, maybe the late 1960s. After the fire, which caused its destruction, it is recalled it was used as a hunting lodge. It's not clear which part was used and to what extent any repairs were made. And in front of us here is the old Grand Avenue. It's got walling on either side. At the bottom it was extended even further with trees. And there was a curling pond at the bottom. So this would have been all planted up at one time. A very fine estate feature. This is the walled garden at Kilbirnie Place. This is the lower section here. There used to be steps between the upper and lower section, which have now gone. Some of the walling still remains. Quite a deep glen or ravine here, and the Jock's Burn runs along the bottom. This high section of walling here represents a building of some sort. The Ordnance Survey maps show originally there was some form of roofed building probably here, some sort of, maybe for the gardener effectively. You can see this is an old exit. There's been a door there. Here's the Castle Keep, 15th century section. And off to the side is the 1627, the much more recent, so to speak, part of the castle. And this is the upper walled garden area. Noted this at one time was an orchard. There appears to be one single tree up here surviving. So one old apple tree. It's also recorded there were potatoes and turnips and so on grown here, which for those days were real specialties